I'm going to India for the first time! Hey everyone, it's Ritzy Cupcake here, and yeah, I'm going to India for the first time. But, Ritz, aren't you Indian? What kind of Indian are you if you're not from India? Well, I'm glad you asked. Let me tell you the story of my people. I am Fijian Indian. I'm giving you a little crash course in history here, so don't think this is exhaustive by any means, it's just a tiny amount. It's a drop in the ocean. African slavery was abolished in around 1833, and the colonial powers needed some cheap source of labour to go to all the newfound colonies that they had. So they started the Indian indenture system. So my ancestors went to Fiji between 1875 and 1916. Lots of Indians went all over the place, like Trinidad, Mauritius, Seychelles, all the exotic sounding places that you can think of. They had indentured labourers working on sugarcane plantations and things like that. And my ancestors, they had a 5 or 10 year agreement. For some reason they couldn't really pronounce agreement, so they called it Girmit. I don't know why, but yeah, that's how it was, and they refer to themselves as Girmitias. So my ancestors were Girmitias who worked on the sugarcane plantations in Fiji. They had 5-year contracts or 10-year contracts for some people where they had to work there, and lots of them started families. They got used to the place, they had lives there. So when the time came back for them to choose to return or stay, and if they stayed, they got given some land to work on and start a new life, lots of them chose to stay. And some chose to go back to India and actually came back to Fiji. So my ancestors stayed, and then my grandparents were born and my parents were born in Fiji, and I was actually born in Australia, but I've lived in Fiji for a few years, so I like to think I know the place fairly well. So we're Indians from Fiji, and we like to refer to ourselves as Indo-Fijians, Fijian Indians, Findians, or just Fijians. If I've left anything out, comment below and let me know. So as you can see, we've been pretty far removed from India for a couple of generations. My parents haven't been to India before, I haven't been to India before. The only stuff we know about India is what we've seen in the media and in Bollywood movies, and what our friends and family who have visited have told us. So it's going to be amazing to actually get a first-hand account of what it's like to see our heritage and where we've come from, and where everyone assumes I am from when they first see me. Because when I've been telling people, oh, I'm going to India, and they're like, oh yeah, I'm going back to India, I'm like, no, I'm going for the first time. Everyone's shocked. Like, people freak out. They're like, what the flip? You're Indian, right? So we're really excited to go and see what it's like, but at the same time, we're pretty anxious because we don't know much about India. We're going to South India. Lots of the movies and things you see are representations of North India. We do eat Indian food quite a lot. The way that they make Indian food in India is different to the way that we make Indian food in Fiji. So the spices are different, the level of spiciness is different, and everyone's been telling me don't eat the salads, don't eat the fruits, don't drink the water, obviously, because you'll freaking get something and get poisoned and stuff like that. And I'm like, oh my gosh. And I have a pretty weak stomach as it is, so kind of worried about that, but gonna just have to be careful and use my common sense. But at the same time, I'm so keen to just try the food because I'm betting it's gonna be delicious and everything will look amazing, and it's gonna be tempting to eat the street food, but I've been told not to, so we'll see how we go. Also, like, the way that India's represented in the media these days with all the like various violence and things like that, and crimes against women and all those things that you wish didn't exist in the world but unfortunately still do. Like, hoping to stay safe. Obviously I'm going to have to dress conservatively, so I need to think about what to pack and pack wisely, or I'm just thinking maybe I shouldn't even pack much like I said in my last video, and I should just go there and buy whatever and just dress like the locals. I don't know. At the moment, everything I've thought about India has just come from other people and other sources, so I'm really excited to be able to have the opportunity to form my own opinion on the place, and I hope that you tag along with me because I am going to be vlogging quite a bit, I think, if I am able to do so. I'm going to try and get a complete view of where I'm going and try and keep it as real as possible so that you can come along with me and try and decide for yourself what you think and see my experience, and perhaps you'll want to go yourself or maybe you won't. We'll see. So obviously where I'm going is just a small part of a very large and diverse nation. It's a country with over 122 languages in itself and like thousands of different dialects, and in Fiji we speak in Fijian Hindi. I understand India Hindi from watching all the movies and everything, but don't really feel that comfortable speaking it. It's going to fill a major gap in my current knowledge of my own history, so very excited. Thank you for watching. Don't forget to hit the subscribe button so that you can be notified when I upload the next video of when I'm probably gonna be at the airport on my way to India. So yeah, thanks for watching. I'll see you next time.